Something appears to be wrong with my save file. I wonder what it could be. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Year in Gaming. This is JW Vincent. You may have noticed just a moment ago that my save file has 17 hours on it instead of the 2.5 or so that you might anticipate. And I'm sure you're sitting there wondering, why? Why? Well, allow me to show you why. I have 70 agility. Well, where? How, you say? How could you have possibly obtained 70 agility between 12 o'clock yesterday and 12 o'clock today? Well, my friend, if you're asking that, you haven't watched other videos about Quest 64 on YouTube, much like I hadn't before I started playing this game. But after I started playing this game, I discovered this nifty little secret. Very reminiscent of the Elder Scrolls. Oh, whoops. Just pull that taut, just like that. Just like that. And we set it down. And Brian goes to town. Oh, excuse me. Brian goes to town for days on end. He just keeps going. Anyway, we did that overnight. From probably 3 p.m. yesterday until 7 a.m. today or something like that. Something close to that. During which time we went from whatever our agility was at in the last episode to what our agility is at currently, which is 70. I think Pro Jared got slightly reduced results. He said he did it for like 27 hours and gained 12 points. Or maybe it was 12 hours and he gained 27 points. I don't remember which it was. Either way, I think we wound up with better results than him, which is weird. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. But maybe the game's completely random. Which would really unbalance it and make it kind of garbagey. I doubt if that's the case, though. Alright, let's... Oh, boy! Oh, boy, look at that! Oh, boy! It said, I looked it up because I was curious about what agility did. And from what I gathered, what agility does is increase your chance to dodge. It also had a listing for movement speed. I think it said movement speed, but it was movement. It was the area that Brian can move in. And it said there was no known way to increase it, but this is a bigger circle, right? I wish I had had this before I went and fought Sovagirian, the Beast King. I wish I had done this before I fought the Beast King. An increased chance to dodge his ridiculous full AoE auto attack, plus the ability to actually get out of his full AoE auto attack. That would have been nice. I call it an auto attack. It was a spell, not an auto attack. Oh look, it missed! How mysterious! So now I'm gonna have an issue raising my hit points because you raise your hit points by getting hit. You also raise your hit points by hitting. So I could stop casting spells and just start whacking things with my stick, but then I lose out on element points and magic points, and we don't want to do that. I'm sure there will be enemies a bit later who can still hit us. So, I mean, we'll be fine. Oh, look, I can just waltz right up here, stand right between these two. Actually, if I do it right here, is that big enough to hit? Nope, just the one. Dang. Oh, well. Oh, well. I mean, whatever. Whatever. See? This was worth it. I'm glad I did it. I was worried that, the game would break overnight, but it didn't. It didn't break. I saved right before I went to bed. I booted or I turned my TV on. I had Brian walk back to the inn and saved before I went to sleep. And then I went to sleep. Woke up the next day and lo and behold, he was still running around in circles. Yeah, it's real nice. It's real nice. I popped some custom thumbnails up yesterday on my Banjo-Kazooie vids, so you can look at those. They're kind of pretty. They're nothing special. They ain't nothing fancy, but they exist, and that's kind of what counts, right? They exist. I like the fact that every enemy doesn't get a turn after I get a turn. Like, in Final Fantasy, you get a turn, the enemy gets a turn, and that's it. But in this, it's you get a turn, one enemy gets a turn, you get a turn, one enemy gets a turn, and that's nice. That's a nice system, very forgiving system. I watched a Proterrid video. I kind of spoiled some of the game. I didn't mean to. I meant to cut it off right after the beginning, but he was making me mad with some of his comments. And, like, looking back on it, I was irrationally mad, because I completely agree with him. The grinding in this game is stupid, but I think grinding in every game is stupid to an extent. And that's my main problem, is, like, he was like, oh, the grinding is terrible. I'm like, grinding in every game is terrible. That's why we call it grinding, because it's a grind. It's the daily grind, but you're not getting paid for it. And honestly, I prefer the grinding in this game to some other games, really. I mean, this is far superior to grinding. Thank you, Kat. She jumped up on a shelf that she had no business on and dropped some stuff. So sorry about that. Grinding in this game is far superior to grinding in Final Fantasy II, which is the worst. It's so bad, in fact, that I spent yesterday grinding on this game instead of in Final Fantasy II. And it made me kind of mad. I was like, did you have the same negative things to say about Final Fantasy II? And he did. I went back and watched his Final Fantasy II video again, and he's like, Jeff, this game sucks. And I'm like, I'm glad you're at least consistent. Because some people, obviously not Proterrid, some people play one game that has a bunch of features that another game perfectly mimics, and they say the original one is great, but the other one is terrible. I'm like, no. But he doesn't. He apparently just hates this system. He does state that it's a good idea, it's just poorly executed. I completely agree with that 100%. This is better than Final Fantasy II. By far. But then again, it also had almost a whole decade, right? Final Fantasy II was like 98, or 88, 89, I think. And this game came out in 98. I mean, almost a whole decade. I might be wrong about that. I feel like it came out 1 year after Final Fantasy I. And Final Fantasy I was... Why can't I move? Oh, I'm frozen. Oh, crap. And it doesn't even matter that I'm frozen, because I can still hit him. How excellent. Where is that spirit I just saw over here? Oh, crap. I was looking up when Final Fantasy II was released. Give me a second. Sorry, give me a second. I want to see when this game was released. Yes, that's exactly the one I'm talking about. The 1988. Yeah, 1988. So this was released a full 10 years after. And it definitely improved on the system Final Fantasy II had, but not by much. And actually, it's a devolution from that as well, because in Final Fantasy II, you could equip an axe and become talented with an axe. And in this game, there's only magic and staff. Rock! If only I had rock level 3. Or avalanche. Yeah. Yeah, I watched that far into Proterrid's video. I also Googled a list of spells, like I said I was going to. And there are some intriguing ones. Fire actually gives you a boost to your staff attacks. So that's neat. That's nifty. But do not freeze me, sir. But I definitely prefer the earth and water lines. They're better. By far better. Popping noises? Really? Right in the middle of the recording, you don't say. I swear there was a spirit over here. It's almost not worth my time to turn around and look for it. They are called Death Huggers. I do not appreciate. I do not approve. Is that a frame drop? Like, in this tiny little battle sequence? Nah, surely not. My friends should be fine. It's the Nintendo 64, after all. I'm gonna stop playing Final Fantasy altogether. That's what I'm gonna do. No, it's not. It's not. No. I said I was finishing the original 9 Final Fantasies, and I'm going to. We're just gonna go this way. I didn't talk to the king back in Dandaran. That is unfortunate. No, we're gonna keep playing Final Fantasy 2 until we beat it. I'm gonna grind off camera some. I'm not recording for the time being because it's pointless because all I'm doing is grinding. And I already had my week's worth of grinding episodes. So yeah. No more Final Fantasy 2 for a minute. I'm looking at getting the Age of Empires 2 or Age of Empires Definitive Edition. I love me some Age of Empires, and a definitive edition of Age of Empires with improved graphics sounds really appealing. So I'm gonna pick that up and do some recording on that. It's actually installing on my computer right now, so if we're getting a little bit, that might be part of the problem with these seemingly random frame drops. It might be because of Age of Empires 2 installing in the background. So I apologize if you're getting that. I don't think it's as bad as I think it is. I think it should be running fairly smooth. But I keep seeing like 1 or 2 drops and I'm like, oh no. My Let's Play is ruined. No! But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get Age of Empires Definitive Edition. I'm gonna play some of the campaign. Check out those ancient Egyptians and such. My computer didn't freak out whenever I booted up Civilization. I might try that one, but no, I don't think so. Nah, my computer's like, no, thank you. Oh, come on, 99, really? You couldn't get that 1 extra? I'll get it. I'll get that 1 extra hit point. I don't like goblins. There, I said it! I'm racist against goblins. I picked up. So I like the Legend of Drizzt books. I think R.A. Salvatore is a great author. So I've bought a lot of the Legend of Drizzt books. I own the first 6. I know I own the first 5. I might own the first 6. And then I have a collection of short stories that follow Drizzt, of course. And this might be where that spirit was at, but I still don't see the spirit. That's weird. Anyway, I was playing. I think I was reading one of the short stories. I don't think this was part of the 4th book. It may have been part of the 4th book, though. That's right. I like them, but I haven't read past the 3rd one yet. I'm fairly certain it was one of the short stories. But, it's like Drizzt encounters a goblin for whatever reason. There's some kidnapping. So there's a kidnapping. A raiding party of like orcs or something kidnaps some people from a village and a goblin. And the goblin is portrayed at first. At first, the goblin's portrayed as like this very stereotypical goblin. He's evil. He's chaotic evil. He speaks English poorly, so on and so forth. And then, as the story progresses, Drizzt has a moment alone with the goblin, and he finds out that the goblin's a slave, and he's actually very well educated and fairly refined, but he hides that because humans are afraid of what they don't understand. And what they understand about goblins is that they're uneducated, imbecilic, chaotic, evil creatures. So he behaves like that basically to sustain himself, to keep himself alive. And then, well, I won't spoil what happens after that, but Drizzt, after Drizzt tries to convince him to just come out and be like, hey, I'm a civilized goblin, and he says no, Drizzt sets up a rescue mission. And, it's cool. It's cool. I always like the idea of the, evil races not being inherently evil. I feel like that's true too. Like, just like in the real world. Hey, we've got 101 hit points now. Yeah, just like in the real world. Just because you're black doesn't make you an uneducated Neanderthal, a thug, or a gangster. Just because you're white doesn't make you a uneducated redneck. Although, in my experience, most of the white people around here are uneducated rednecks, which is why we have the stereotype of the uneducated Neanderthalic black thug. And then again, the uneducated Neanderthalic black thug might be because half the black people in this town are uneducated thugs. Not all of them? Certainly not. That's an impossibility. Well, an improbability, not an impossibility. There is no impossible when it comes to the human race. We can destroy anything! Stereotypes, prejudices, or statistics. Statistically, you cannot find a group that is 100% anything, but we're humans. So, you can, in fact, find groups that are 100% a single thing. Yep. I went on a racial tangent, that's good. That'll be misinterpreted. If I ever actually get a group of subscribers and regular viewers, everything I say in these videos will be misinterpreted. I'll become I will turn into, in the public eye, a communist neo-Nazi. And it'll be terrible. I'm not that. But, you know, the things I say could be misconstrued in such a pattern. It wouldn't be too terribly hard. My wife messages me. She says, here, she arrived at school. I'm only 19 minutes deep. So she's going to have to wait 30 or so minutes. Hey, look, a boat. Let's come over here. Am I not going to encounter anything while I'm out here? That's nice, I guess. Hey, an inn! Sweet. Schwing. A schwinga. Hey, Shannon. Shannon, how you doing? The water capital, Larapool, is located on the other side of the lake. There is no fairer city in the Isles. It's even as pretty as the castle town Limelin. Limelin? Limelin. Limelin. Yeah, I'm sure. I gained a whole 3 hit points and 2 magic points. How could I not be sure? And, like, 2 spirit levels. Yeah, I don't like the night and daytime aspect of this game. Like, I don't have a problem with games having night and day. Striking resemblance to you. Much older, though. We're shoving off for Larapool. Great, let's go. So I'll drive. Let's go. I don't have a problem with night and daytime systems in games, but in this particular game, it seems superfluous. Like, it doesn't serve any purpose at all. And, in addition to that, it kind of makes it harder to distinguish. Oh, I guess we're in Larapool. I just walk into the cabin, walk out, we're in Larapool. Wow. That's, no wait, no we're not? No, this isn't the inn. Yeah, we are. We must be. Hi, lady! We haven't seen any ferry passengers for a long time now. If you'd like, laddies, spend the night here and rest yourself. No, thank you. I literally just did that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Whew. Did I slow down? Looked like I slowed down. I wish raising agility in this was like raising athletics in the Elder Scrolls, and I moved faster. That would be just excellent as far as I'm concerned. I really need to move faster. That's if you look up guides for how to progress quickly in Path of Exile, everyone's like, you need movement speed. You need movement speed, you need to ignore unique creatures and just kill mobs. Big groups of mobs. Why? Well, simple. You don't get a lot of extra experience for killing the harder to kill creatures, so you're better off just murdering large groups of small creatures that die in one hit. And the movement speed thing is obviously so that you can get from one large group of mobs to the next. Fairly simple, fairly straightforward concept. Hey, what's our agility at? 71! We done brought it up, guys. Look at that. I sure do wish I gained some spirit experience from this. I don't, though, so whatever. Gaining magic point experience, though, that's good at least. Dragon. Oh, bridge. I thought that was a dragon. I thought it was like a dragon asleep on the road with like its claws tucked into the mountainside. I was like, oh no! And it's a freaking bridge. Oh no! A dragon! No, not a dragon. Oh, not a dragon, not a dragon. Oh. Well, phooey. You can't deny it. Blue stone pattern looked like scales. It looked like blue scales. It did. Don't call me a liar. You're the liar if you're saying it did. Oh my god, I need more coffee. I haven't seen a dragon yet. Are there dragons in this game? We're in the West. We're in Ireland. We're close enough to Britain for there to be dragons. Technically, arguably, we're in Britain. We're in Northern Ireland, right? We're the Northern Kingdom of Magic? Yeah, that makes us British. This is probably pre-Britain, though, so, you know, maybe not. I visited Northern Ireland while I was in Southern Ireland. I didn't see much of a difference, except I got back different coins when I paid for things. And I had to give them more money than they told me I had to give them. Because euros are worth less than pounds. Maybe I have that backwards. Maybe I gave them less money than they said I needed. Because euros are worth more than pounds. I don't remember which it is. I just know that I have a box full of mementos, and in there are a couple of pounds and a couple of euros. Not a lot, mind you, not like a ton of euros and pounds. Just some. Silent flute obtained! Alright. The cats are thinking about getting out. Hey, what did we just, we have level 17. I guess we didn't unlock rock level 3 yet. It's a little depressing. I figured I would have had it by now. I read an online magic list. It doesn't mean I studied it. I don't know when I get these spells. I just know that they exist. I know that there's one that unfreezes me, and that will be a nice treat because I've never been frozen until today, and it was a terrible experience. I couldn't move. It was awful. Are there, ooh, what are you? Were you, like, more messed up hellhounds? Eat water pillar level 3. You're ghost hounds. Okay, neat. Pro Jared did say one thing that bothered me. Because, like, if I recall correctly, he's a big fan of Final Fantasy 1. And he said something to the effect of, the battle system is stupid. It's just, you whack them, they whack you. You take turns whacking each other. I'm like, dude, that is literally every turn-based RPG. That's the definition of turn-based. And I grant you, this game does hit that absurdly easy point when you get the invulnerability to magic ability, but that's what you get for grinding. That's your reward. And frankly, I find that a much better reward for grinding than in Final Fantasy II, where you grind for hours on end and you still spawn mobs of enemies that can turn your entire party to stone. But again, I see where he's coming from. This is a rather mundane, repetitive process that is not as entertaining as it could be. I mean, it's literally just cast big water pillar over. And technically, there's no reason to cast big water pillar, because small water pillar does the same amount of damage. He says, and the spell progression system is stupid. You just go from water pillar to bigger water pillar to even bigger water pillar. Rock to bigger rock. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That is exactly what the spells are. Shall we take a look at fire? And Fire-ra? And Fire-raga? And Fire-ra-sha? Depending on the incarnation of the spells, they are literally only small fire, bigger fire, biggest fire. They do more damage in each of their incarnations. But who cares? They're still just small, bigger, biggest, bigger, biggest. Those are the three sizes. Big, bigger, and biggest. No turn-based RPG has like incredibly in-depth, impressive magical systems. They're always like, okay, here's a few buff spells. Here's an instant KO spell that will absolutely never land. Here's another one that will never land, but does something different. Here's a third one that will never land and also does something different. Here's your 4 basic elemental spells. You can level them up, but they basically do the same thing, but with more damage. Like, that's how turn-based RPGs work. What they all do. The exception being when you play a not Final Fantasy game, and there's a literal difference between fire, ice, and lightning outside of, well, you know, ice monsters are weak to fire, and fire monsters are weak to ice, and lightning monsters are weak to some things sometimes, and sometimes they don't have a weakness. Again, depending on the Final Fantasy incarnation, sometimes lightning is weak to water, sometimes it's weak to ground, sometimes there is no ground spell. Most of the time there is no water spell. And occasionally, there's just nothing that counters lightning. It's like, you got lightning, and then you got fire and ice. Or like, lightning is weak to poison. What? Or poison is weak to poison. That's a good one. Poison weak to poison. That's a good setup right there. That's intuitive, that is. And actually, it's counterintuitive. You play Pokemon, and it's like, okay, you can't poison types. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Then you play Final Fantasy, and it's like, use poison on that poison type. What? What? Yeah, use poison on it. It does more damage. Final Fantasy, I don't know if you know what you're talking about. I'm gonna miss everything. And now it's time to start whacking things with my stick. Or like, I don't like the grinding system because you have to give up gaining magic power in order to whack things with your stick. Yeah, that's how skill-based grinding works. You level up one skill and you lose out on leveling up the other ones in turn. The exception being, well, no, like, you don't actually lose anything for this. You just have to grind a little bit longer, just like in Skyrim. In Final Fantasy II, you lose things from grinding. What's that? You leveled up your strength again? Well, your intelligence is going down. What's that? You leveled up your intelligence? Well, your connection to the spirit realm went down. Which at first I thought was stupid, but the more I think about it, the more that makes perfect sense. Like, if magic is represented by intelligence, then magic is represented by rationale. Never mind that doesn't make sense. And spirit is based on faith, not rationale. So, obviously, if your rationale, your intelligence is going up, your faith-based connection would go down. Now, I'm not saying you can't be rational and religious. I'm just saying that that's the logic behind that. Did I just get... No, okay, he's doing ice damage now. At first I thought I was frozen by wind cutter or whatever, and I was like, what? No, that's not how that works at all. $36 damage? What's today? Thursday. This is episode 4, right? Yeah, episode 4, guys. How does that make you feel? We're 4 episodes into, what is this game? Quest 64, Eletale Monsters, Holy Magic Century. Why does this game have 4 names? 3 names. 3 names? And why is one of them Quest? Why did America get the short end of the naming stick? Like, okay, so in Japan it's called Holy Magic Century. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool. And in Europe we decided to go with Eletale Monsters. You like that one? Yeah, that's a good name too. Yeah, well, I think in America we're gonna go with Quest. I'm sorry, you're gonna go with what? Yeah, a quest, you know, like a quest. Yeah, no, These things are gonna murder me with Avalanche. Why do they know this spell so early? Okay, they only hit close to themselves, I think, so I can come out here. I gotta escape. Can you not walk over here, bruh? Can you not get over here, bruh? Pretty please, with a cherry on top? Thank you. Woo! Those things did a number on me. Quest. We're gonna call it Quest. Whoever decided to name this game Quest needs to be fired. He probably is not with whatever company. The company probably doesn't even exist anymore. Does Imagineer exist anymore? Probably not, right? No one's heard of them since this game came out. I really should be focusing on the ram, but I'm not. The wolf goat. Haha, wolf goat, take that. I couldn't run. Crap, you were not supposed to just stop. You were supposed to swing your staff. There we go. Run, 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 run. Get out of it. Oh, we can't get out of that one. Okay. No! Why? Why does it let me pass like that? Like, I could be right in front of them, ready to stick whack, and then it's like, oh, you're passing. Well, that's good, I guess. I need to kill this ghost town. I can get out of the avalanche. I can't get out of the ghost town's fire. Which sucks, by the way. I like how they have this nice, you can dodge attacks mechanic, and then you can't dodge some attacks. And it's not like they're particularly undodgeable attacks. Like, I get Cutter, because it's a seeking thing. Cutter seeks you out. But you can't dodge Fireball? You can't dodge straightforward Fireball. Eh? No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Really, it does. It makes sense. Alright, we're going to go ahead and save again. Because, yeah. Well, mainly because we have to... We're going to get that magic point experience first, though. We're going to get those free MPs, y'all. Free MPs, y'all! I like this game. I don't know what Pro Jared's problem is with it. I like it. I mean, I know what his problem is with it. I can name all of those problems myself. It doesn't change the fact that it's a good game. Well, it's an okay game. Well, it's not. It's not top 100 games of all time. As proven by the fact that it didn't make the top 300 games of all time according to Game Informer. Not that Game Informer is necessarily right about everything, although I did agree with most of the games on that list. Not necessarily their placement, but the games themselves fit, so whatever. Jinx, are you having fun sitting on top of my Nintendo? She's on top of it. If we freeze, well, at least we saved. Maybe it won't corrupt it. I don't think it will. Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? It might be top 10 games of 1998, though. It might be. I like it. It's an alright game. We'll make a top 10 list at the end of the year. And just see what we liked best. There might be a few games on that list that we didn't even play, because... What are you? What is going on here? Marrow. Oh, they back up. Huh, interesting. What is it, Jinxie girl? Someone outside the door? I'm fighting priestesses right now, Jinxie. I can't be distracted with the ghost outside the door. Also, there better not be a ghost outside the door. Plain and simple. I'm curious. Alright, they are considered water. Are they susceptible to fire then? Nope. Or my fire is just too low of a level. Hey, you know it's a higher level than everything else now? Rock. Oh, rock did some damage. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, take that, Marrow. These are interesting little enemies. Very different from the other creatures we've encountered, considering that they're not creatures. They're human girls in robes that bounce around on their knees. What are you? Was that weakness? She cast weakness? They're mages, obviously. They're some kind of mages. Why do they bounce around on their knees, though? Why don't they stand? Are they crippled from the knee down? What is this? And why do you keep casting weakness? The thing that the cat knocked off the shelf? It's leaning against my leg, so I keep kicking it now. Hey, could you stop that, please? Could you pretty please stop that? Oh, thank you. She stopped because I asked so nicely. Yeah, let's go ahead and level up Earth. Earth! At level 40... No, I think it's at level 40, not level 44. At level 40, Earth gives you Magic Barrier. Magic Barrier makes you immune to all magic for 2 to 3 turns. That means you can cast it on turn 1, cast an offensive spell on turn 2. On turn 3, cast it again, cast an offensive spell on turn 4, and you will never take damage. If you guys could just not move, if you guys could all stand in that little circle there, that would be great. It'll let me kill you all at once, or not. You two over there could dodge, and the one on the left could take the brunt of the attack, and that would really screw me. Thanks. Golly, these things hurt. All that agility did nothing. I'm supposed to have like a really high chance to dodge now, and I don't. I guess I know what I'll be doing throughout the day today. After we record this one episode, I'm going to go back to Dondarin, and I'm going to run around in a circle some more. I actually don't think you have to go to an open field, though. I think, according to one thing I read, you can have him run into a wall, and it'll increase his agility. Pro Jared said run around in that field in Dondarin, and that's what I did. But supposedly you can just have him run into a wall, and as long as he's kicking up dust, he's gaining agility. So that might be what I do this time. I might go back to the inn and just run into a wall. Yeah, take that, son. Who's got the big rocks? I's got the big rocks. I got a point here. I's got the big rocks. There we go. Hey, that one, I missed that one. That's unacceptable. You know what else I have, though, aside from big rocks? Big waters. Big waters. Land Before Time. Land Before Time, Mysterious Island, or something like that. I don't remember what the name of it is. Journey to the Mysterious Island? Into the Great Beyond? I don't remember. Land Before Time, the true final frontier. A lot of people say space is the final frontier. I would beg to differ. I don't think space is the final frontier. I think time is the final frontier. Because let's be real. Which do we establish first? Space travel or time travel? I'll tell you, it's space travel. That makes whatever is left the final frontier. And what's left after space travel is time travel. So time is the final frontier. And I hear what you're saying, but we've already traveled through time forward, so we've obviously already explored that. No, we haven't. You can't prove that anything we say happened because you weren't there to witness it. And if you're not there to witness it, does it exist? And if other people say that it happened the way they say that it happened, does that necessarily mean that it happened the way that they say that it happened? Yeah, that was confusing, wasn't it? I concur. I shouldn't have done it. I'm gonna hit you with a rock, lady. Yeah, get out my face, bruh. Replica. Substitute this doll to escape a fight. Prevents enemy spell? One spell? Cool! I think it means prevents enemy spell use. Or does it prevent them from spelling? That would be just as bad. Oh no! Yeah, you know what? You know what? Bye, boys. I might be able to kill them, actually. I'm just gonna run away and help them with big rock, big rock, and see what happens. Wolf goat. Yeah, you walk toward me all slow. Like, why does it walk so slow? Raise that thing's agility. Oh, I can't be in the escape zone and cast spells. If I'm in the escape zone, I have to be escaping. Yeah. Alright, wolf goat, just you and me, buddy. Let's do this. Whack! Whack! Ooh, 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 ooh. Thwack! Yeah! Woo! Take that! 2 ghost hounds and a wolf goat. I did it! Like Bomberman Hero. I did it! You ever play that game? That's a good game, too. You want to travel on, little one? Well, it's impossible. The bridge is down and it'll take a while to fix. The only way for you to get to Normoon is to go by way of Coal Hazard Cave. From this point on, we'll be entering the Windward Forest, but we hear that a suspicious magician has shown up. He has the power to control the wind, and probably was the one who blew down the bridge. Okay. Can I have one of those swords, please? I was really hoping that this would be an inn. I saw that the sign wasn't an inn sign, but one can hope, am I right? Now wait a second. They said the bridge was blown down. But this bridge is clearly 100% intact. Oh, right, this is just... I agree with Pro Jared. This is just sloppy writing. Complain about the plot, and that is perfectly understandable. This game has no plot. It's like, oh, your dad's missing, and there's an evil book that ruins the balance of the world, so you need to go. That's it. It's the whole plot. I think Final Fantasy I literally has more plot than this game, and Final Fantasy I's plot is, you wake up in a field, save the world. But, you know, after the you wake up in a field, save the world plot, there's the whole, Garland is actually chaos incarnated, and when you sent him back in time, not incarnated, incarnate. He is chaos incarnate, and when you sent him back in time, he became chaos incarnate. And he used his presence 2,000 years in the past to set up a sequence of events that would destroy the future, leading to the battle you have with Garland that sends him 2,000 years into the past, so that he can become chaos. And it's a self-perpetuating cycle that only ends when you kill chaos. What was that spell? What was that? Why does it exist? Oh yeah, 2 can play that game? I mean, I already did play that game, but you know. Hit. Flee. Oh, I ran into it instead of away from it. Hit. Flee. Hit. Stand perfectly still because he's just going to throw a rock. Hit. Flee. Hit. Oh, this one gets another turn. Oh, because I killed the other one. Flee. Hit. I should have healed. I should have spent my magic points healing. Because he couldn't hit me with those rocks. Oh my god, I'm so bad at grinding. Oh my god. Yeah, this time I don't really have a lot to talk about, guys. My morning writing on vocal.media wasn't even... Yesterday's like this fun little adventure into existential crises and economic depression. Today, economics caused depression, not economic depression. We're not in a depression, I don't believe. But yeah, this morning's vocal.media post was Banjo-Kazooie. It was a Banjo-Kazooie review. That's it. I like writing reviews of the games I do on the Year in Gaming. It's fun. And it's better than making a review video, which I'm bad at. In case you didn't gather from the Year in Gaming review videos. Now I have to get close to this witch. Please do not freeze. If you freeze me, it will suck. It might end. Because I didn't unfreeze last time, like, at all. Oh my god, could you please hit her? Holy crap. That was pretty freaking hard. Oh, we're just running around increasing our magic points and restoring our health is all. Nothing special. Did I miss something? Did I misunderstand something? Was there somewhere I needed to go? Back there. Those guys said something about Windward Forest and Coal Cavern Cave or something. And I'm fighting werehairs. I don't know where I needed to go. We're going to run back to the inn. We're going to save, and we're going to call it a day, guys. I'm going to go ahead and upload this so that it can be up before noon. Unlike last time when I had to upload it late because I recorded for an hour and like 10 minutes. We're just going to follow the road back to the inn, and we're going to save. We don't even really have to go back to the inn. I could save right... I mean, I could say I'm done right here and then save later. We're going to increase our hit points a little bit. Why not? Why not get a little grinding done while we're here? Hit me! Oh, you failed to actually hit me. Okay, so the Orc Juniors can't hurt me, apparently. My agility is too high for them. Alright, just die. Just die. Water Pillar level 3! Dead. It's a dead Orc Junior. Ooh! Magnet Rock. Magnet Rock. Why do I have 2 copies of Magnet Rock? Why would that be necessary? It's a lot of wind magic you just dropped on me. Hiccup. So sorry. This one is very resilient. Okay, so it is a level 3 spell either way. Okay, cool. I gotta remove this. I gotta put it somewhere. It's getting in my way. I don't even know if I'm going the right direction anymore. Yeah, this is the dock, right? Or how did I get here? Yeah, Legend of Zelda music. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. Oh yeah. Sorry. I am so sorry. You shouldn't have had to see that. Hey look, Shannon's here. We'll talk to her next time here on the Year in Gaming. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. If you didn't, leave a comment anyway. Let me know what I can improve on, and be certain to click my icon in the upper right to subscribe for more upcoming content. I upload multiple Let's Play videos daily. In fact, there's another one right there in the bottom left corner. For more on this series, be sure to check out the playlist in the bottom right corner. Have a great day.